Is anyone else having a problem uploading videos? My past 4 videos have taken 3 days to upload each. So if I record a video on Monday, want it uploaded for Wednesday, it's impossible. Impossible right now. Is it just me? Is it my Wi-Fi? Is Comcast sucking? What is going on here? I can't upload any videos. That's why I have no videos lately, or only one a week, because it's literally taking me 3 days to upload a 10-minute video.
And also, can we talk about Adam Lambert in Rocky Horror last night? I died. I died. He killed Eddie. I mean, well, really, Laverne Cox killed Eddie. But he killed Eddie.
Today I wanted to share with you some of my favorite fall eyeshadow palettes and single eyeshadows, and many of them are very affordable. From olive green to deep fiery reds and leaf color oranges, everything is in right now, and some of them can be extremely hard to find, be it in a palette or individually. I have gathered in front of me some of my all-time favorite palettes that are either centered around those kind of colors or individual shadows that are very affordable, that are those colors that you can find very easily. I'm going to tell you if they're drugstore or high-end. I'm going to swatch them. I'm wearing some of them today, quite a bit of them today on my eyes. And I'm going to show them all to you, and with that, let's just get started. So the very first thing I want to talk about is something that's actually on my eyes right now, and it is a new product from Revlon, and it's their Photoready Eye Art Lid, Line, and Lash Duos. They look like this. You basically have a liquid shadow on one side and then a glitter liner or a glitter accent on the other side. I really like this one. It's super pigmented and opaque, and it has kind of a gold shift to it, as you can tell. And I really have found that I also like the glitter liner that goes with it. It's almost like a little brush tip applicator. But there are about 10 or 12 shades of these in the drugstore, and they are like $8 or $9. I got this one and a blue one, which I haven't tried yet, but I do really love this color. The next one I want to talk about is also a drugstore palette, and it is one of my favorites that was in my September favorites for the month, and it is the MILANI Everyday Eyes collection. I talked about this just not that long ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, and I talked about how this is the perfect fall palette. And it really is. And this one is in number 05 Earthly Elements. So what I love about this, you have a wonderful selection of both matte and shimmer shades. You have this like cool toned, neutrally brown. You have this bright orange, rustic orange with a pop of color. And then the rest are glitter or shimmery shadows. A white, which is very similar of like MAC nylon. You have a more cream colored shimmer. You have almost like a burgundy brown shimmer, and then just a normal neutrally brown. This is like $9.99 in the drugstore. It's perfect. It does come with its own dual-sided brush. I will admit that the brush is not the best, but it is workable, especially if you're in a travel situation. It's a great fall palette, and not just a fall palette, it's just a great everyday palette. Keeping along with Revlon, now these are a little bit different because they are cream shadows, but they are all jewel tones. Now this product has been around for a while, but I know you can still find it in drugstores. And it is the Revlon Illuminance Cream Shadow Palette, and this one in particular is in number 715, Precious Metals. So you open it up, and as you can see, you have a little mirror, and then you have all of your cream pots. Each one of these palettes comes with 4 pots. This one has a red, an orange, a yellow, and a blue. There are ones that are all neutral. There are all ones that are cool toned. This one is just the jewel toned one, which works fabulously right now because all of these colors have been all over the runway, all over beauty influencers and makeup artists right now. And if you can work with cream shadows, if cream shadows is something, because I know a lot of people do not generally like working with cream shadows, but if you are someone that can use them, this is an amazing palette. Next, I want to get a little bit higher up in price, but nothing totally overwhelming. And in fact, it's probably one of the cheapest high-end products there is, and it's an amazing palette. And it is the Urban Decay Ammo palette. I have talked and used this a million times. I told you guys that this is one of my staple palettes in my collection. I'm always reaching for it, and it's because of its absolute versatility. So you do get a little mirror on top, and then you have everything from neutrals to darks to pops of colors to unique colors. You have everything, and you have a brush built right into the palette to apply it all with. Now, this is a video based solely on fall shadows. So this red right here is an amazing shimmery burgundy color. You have, again, this olive green, which is called Mildew, and you have more of a very lighter green in Maui Wowie. You have a white highlight, you have a black to smoke it all out. You just have everything in this, and like I said, just with the MILANI one, this has great fall colors, but it's also just amazing for year round. Now, some of my favorites out of this palette, if I were to just pick like 2 or 3, would definitely be Last Call, which is this maroony shade, and Mildew, which of course is that olive green shade. So I did swatch them really quick. They are right here on my fingers, and I will just put it right on my hand for you guys to see. And there you go. So they are extremely pigmented. They work very, very well. Of course, if you use like a Max Fix Plus, it's going to be unreal. The pigmentation is going to be absolutely unreal. Every single one of these shades are a shimmer or glitter shade. There are absolutely no matte shades in this. So this is a palette that you would have to pull in other things from your collection, other shadows that are in your collection, or go buy other shadows to work with this, because there is just no matte at all. Considering that A, it's Urban Decay, it's a high-end brand, it's a very good quality palette, and B, it's only $16. I'm not kidding. You can get this for $16. There's L'Oreal and Maybelline palettes that are more expensive than this palette right now, and this one beats them all. The one downside I do want to say to this palette and a lot of Urban Decay eyeshadows is you do get a ton of fallout. So just be warned, generally if I'm using this palette or any other Urban Decay eyeshadow, if it's a shimmer, I always do my eyes first. That way I can just get a wipe and clean off all the fallout. It happens a lot with highly pigmented shadows. It's just one of those things, but if it bothers you that much, be warned, you may not like that one. Going back into the drugstore. Now, I have not had this palette for very long, and to be completely honest with you, I really have not played around with it yet, and I really got it just for one shade that's in it, but it's so affordable, it doesn't even matter. And of course, I'm talking about Wet n Wild. Now, this one is out right now on a lot of their Halloween displays in the drugstore, and it's their Coloricon Shadow Trio in the shade Velour Vixen. So opening it up, you do have a sponge tip applicator and a little almost like shadow brush, but we all know what the deal is with those. So you do have a matte kind of cream color up top, and then in the middle you have a satin, that deep burgundy vampy red that everyone's going for. You do have that, which is honestly why I bought the palette. And then you have this like black, I don't know what to say about this color. You'll see when I swatch it in a second. It's like a black shadow with little gold flecks of glitter, but I'm not a fan of it, and like I said, you'll see why in a second. But I absolutely love that burgundy crease color, and even like the brow bone highlight, the cream matte color is amazing. This I think is only like $2 or $3. It's totally worth it, even if you're getting it just for that one color. Now, the last group of shadows I want to talk about are extremely affordable. They are individual shadows, and they are all from Morphe. I'm not going to go through this whole palette with you, but I do have swatches of a lot of these shadows on other Morphe videos. I will link them somewhere up here above, but I am going to pull out some of my favorite shadows for this fall season. Now, what's great about Morphe is they are incredibly inexpensive. These eyeshadows are $2.50 a piece. So for someone on a budget, It's just an extremely affordable way to go to get, you know, either seasonal items or things you're not really sure if you're gonna like and you just want to play around with, or something that you just need makeup for a Halloween outfit. Morphe's perfect for that. The shadows themselves are generally very pigmented and I find pretty easy to work with, be it with your fingers or on a brush. They blend out well for me. I've never really had an issue with their eyeshadows. I'm just gonna start off with this one. This is one of the most recent ones I got, and this one is the color Redhead. So I'm just going to rub into it. There it is on my finger, and that is a matte eyeshadow. Swatch it. So there is Redhead. The next one is very similar to Redhead. It is also a bright red, but it's just a little bit more blue toned or cool toned, and this one is called Brick. Brick is also a matte shade, and swatching them, you really can barely even see a difference in the two. So here is Redhead, here is Brick. I don't even know if you would really be able to see a difference on camera. When they came in the mail, I actually thought I screwed up and ordered two of the same shadow, but there is just a very slight difference. So the next color is this more burnt orange color, and this is the color Spice. And I've had this one for quite a while now, and I really do like it when I'm doing very warm or fall looks. As you can see, it's matte. Again, it's extremely pigmented. And now we're going to be moving into more of the shimmery shades. So this is a rather neutrally shade, but it can go well with so many different looks, and I find that it does really look pretty with fall looks when you mix in colors like that red and the orange. And this is called MARBLEIZED. So there it is on my finger. And there it is on my arm. I ran out of fingers on this side and I don't have a towel next to me, so I'm going to start swatching on this arm. So the next one that I want to talk about, like I said, is also a shimmer. This one is beautiful. It's called Burlesque. And it's almost like a cranberry. That's my dog. It's almost like a cranberry with kind of like a gold reflect in it. There it is on my finger. And there is Burlesque. This one's a little bit deeper than Burlesque. It's more of like a maroon plum, and it's called Midnight Kiss. So two swatches on my finger. So the last two I have are like your accent shades, your bright shades, your unique shades. I have this pretty shimmery yellow gold, which is 08. It doesn't have an actual name. It's just called 08. I love this color for like just if you're doing like a halo eye and you want something in the middle of the lid, or it's just a unique kind of color. But there it is on my arm. And the last color, this is one that I actually just got when I got those reds. It's called Dirty Martini. And if that sounds familiar, it's because Marlena at Makeup Geek also has a color very similar to this that is also called Dirty Martini. So I don't know who came out with who first. I don't keep up with that kind of thing. But it's got a little bit of shimmer. It's more of a satiny green. And I do have this on my eyes right now. And there is Dirty Martini. So I will do a close-up so you guys can see all of these, but those are the favorite ones that I have specifically for the fall season. And just a quick story, the reason I got these two reds right here is because everyone is doing these red, vampy cranberry shades. I'm sure, as you all know if you follow the beauty community on YouTube. And pretty much everyone that does it with the colors from the ABH Renaissance palette. I held off on getting it because really those reds that are in that palette are the only colors I really wanted. I kind of had everything else. And I've been looking and looking and looking. And I know that reds are like one of the hardest colors to make in cosmetics, like a good red. But it has been a near impossible journey. I actually gave up last week and called all of my local Sephoras and Ultas and all of that to see if anyone still had the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette in stock, and unfortunately nobody does. I went on Morphe's website, and these are new releases for Morphe. They were not part of the original 74 or 84 shadows that they had, at least not that I know of. So I saw them and I picked them up and I figured I'd give them a try. For $2.50 a piece, it's whatever. Overall, I think they're decent shadows. Considering the price tag, they're pretty darn good. That is it, guys. That is all of my favorite fall shadows for on trend right now. If you have any questions, comments, you guys know where to leave them down below. And if you like what I bring to YouTube every week, you can always just like and hit that subscribe button. You can find me on all kinds of social media at Marcy_K with 2 Y's, just like it is here. I love you guys. I hope you're having a great week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.